it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My guy Mano is here.
Mano.
And Jourdin Pauline is in the building.
Hey.
This is your first time on Way Up, but you've done lip service.
Yes.
And Mano was trying to practice his Guyanese accent.
Right. What do you think about it, though? Guyanese.
Yeah, I mean.
Jourdin. Pauline.
Give us a Guyanese
Jourdin.
phrase and let's teach him a
Jourdin.
little something.
How does that sound? Does it sound authentic?
Mm,
Guyanese.
nah.
It sounded a little British.
A little British.
I feel
Try
like
to
you've
say
been hating on
skunt.
me for a while.
Say skunt.
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 What's that?
Skunt.
It's like
It's like a thing.
it's a term of like.
Ting.
Skunt.
It's like a
Skunt
ting.
sounds like
It's
that's a name that you
kinda
call
like a
somebody
diss.
that you don't
Okay.
like.
It's like,
a,
or not a diss, or
Right.
like a, if you don't like something, you could refer it to as like,
it's
or
a
if someone's
goddamn
treating
mother
you.
skunt.
Yeah,
Oh, I know that. I'm from Brooklyn. I should know this.
you should
right?
know that.
Yeah, you
That's
What the fuck is
simple.
wrong with me?
I was telling Jourdin because, she lives in L.A. and you've been living there since you were 6.
Yes.
Right? And so I was like, but you should live in Brooklyn, I feel like. I could see you fitting
I
in.
could see myself.
You've been to
in
Brooklyn. You spent time in Brooklyn, right? You
Absolutely.
probably got family there.
I do.
Yeah.
Every time I go to the corner store, I get hounded
See?
though. I love it.
Yeah, she said, I love
Me
it.
and my
it.
sister used
We
to
call
be
it
like,
a
"Let's go
bodega
outside."
here.
Oh, the bodega.
No, we call it the corner store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Bodega.
Brooklyn. See, you gotta get your Brooklyn.
You call it that in
together.
Jersey.
No, we don't. We don't have to. This is crazy. Corner store. You were right. Corner
All right,
store.
but let's get into some of Jourdin's things, or as Mena would say, tings.
Tings,
All Jourdin Pauline. So first of all, congratulations on the song "Concentrate."
Thank you.
That's been burning it up on TikTok. I see a lot of people doing challenges.
Thank you.
And I like the theme of it because guys need to learn how to concentrate.
Exactly.
What is? Can you describe that? Like, what focus do we need to have?
So it's like focus on this beep,
Mm,
concentration.
I like.
You
I
know,
like.
focus
Right.
on it. Don't be thinking about other things while you.
Right.
Now, let me ask you this. Okay. Top 3 things other than the other person that you think about while you're having sex. What are some things that can go through your head that can make you not concentrate? Sometimes our mind wanders into other places.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go around the room. Jourdin, what's one thing that you think about during sex?
I'd be like, why is he making that face? Or like, oh, dang, food. I think about food sometimes.
Why you?
She's hungry.
Sometimes, like towards the end, I don't know.
That situation must not be going well then. If you got time to think about food, then somebody
But
not doing their job.
If you're
Right.
hungry, somebody is doing their job.
Right.
After though.
Towards the end, she said, though.
Right, but no, if he's still going, he shouldn't be. You should be still in.
I don't know.
You know?
I feel like I think about a bunch of stuff,
Like what?
like positioning and stuff. Like, okay,
that's cool.
that, or like, I don't know, food.
Food
She's
again,
about to
that's
lie.
crazy.
Sometimes I think guys try to do positions that they've seen like in movies or something, and you're like, why?
Yeah.
That sometimes I don't know. I think
Skunt.
you'll be trying to show off. Mano, what are some things you think about?
Other women.
Ding, 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 ding.
What's the problem?
Really?
The problem?
So
It's
when
better
you
than food.
do you picture that there's another woman there, or you think about things that you've done with other women while you're with?
Sometimes I think about somebody else. Like it gets me where I need to get to. Like it's
Because
like,
the person there doesn't.
sometimes I do pro bono. You know what I mean? Sometimes I gotta give back.
Okay, so you do charity work
Sometimes
when
know?
it comes to sex.
Sometimes.
I feel like, I think women sometimes we take it for granted that guys are always going to finish.
Yeah.
But
And then you got to think about somebody else to get there. Sometimes
you ever think about somebody else, Jourdin?
you
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
See,
Absolutely.
that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
And why? Because he wasn't.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Have you ever called somebody by the wrong name?
Ooh, no.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is awful.
But I always like, honey, what you called me? What? No, you thought I said that. I thought that happened to me before.
Somebody called you the wrong
I
name.
thought that happened.
But what really
it probably
happened?
did happen.
Yeah, it probably
Played
did.
Me, psyched me right out.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Because you know what his thing is, that he sleeps with a lot of guys' girls. And so
would you say that?
sometimes the women are
Whoa, whoa,
still
whoa, whoa.
in a relationship.
You gotta stop.
What?
Like somebody was, I can't remember what the name was. It was like a name. It was like a normal name. It was like
I was going to say it,
I
but
was
I'm
like,
not.
who's Andre? Like it was some crazy name. It was like, who's Larry? Like it's like, no, I didn't say that.
Right. Yeah, because guys,
Maybe
you also
they-
hear what you want to hear
Right.
at a
Yeah.
time like that. So listen, besides that though, I know you have your project about to drop. So far you've put out an EP.
Yeah.
But that was
2 years
Yeah,
ago.
that was I thought 3 years, but 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When is this album coming? This year?
Yeah. It's coming this year. Okay,
Okay.
so the success of Concentrate it's doing its thing. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like in album mode. I had an album already done, but I just want to make it better.
Okay.
So I'm really like aiming for like July, August to drop.
That's soon. All right.
Yeah.
So in the
Yeah.
next month or two.
Yeah.
You want to get it out
Congratulations.
this summer.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank you so
on
much.
everything.
Thank you.
You know, and you've had like a lot of success already, even from a young age, writing for other people too, you know, and working in that area. But it's time for you to be stepping out there yourself.
Yes, absolutely, girl.
So I know you've said before that if you have music too long, it's hard for you to put it out because you get kind of tired of it. So is that why you feel like you've had to revamp things?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know. My mom's like, people haven't heard it.
Right.
So like,
You do understand
I
that
do understand that.
music
yeah.
is timeless and it's good music, and that
Yeah.
it's new to the people that haven't heard it. It may be old to you, right? So you probably like, oh man, mom, this is a year old, and you might be like, no, it's too old, but that's not necessarily true. If it sounds good and it really has that vibe, you can still put it out.
I agree. I definitely do.
Some of the biggest hits in history have been like old.
Yeah.
Like how
Yeah.
long did you have Concentrate before it really took off?
That song, okay, I posted it before it dropped on
Right.
TikTok. It literally took off a week before I dropped it on the app. I feel like I made that song and I've had it in my vault for like 5 months.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long.
So did you? Well, yeah, but I feel like for you feel like 5 months is sitting on something.
Girl, I have songs 3 years old. My mom still be telling me to play like, drop this.
I feel like we need a listening session so
Why
you can
not,
get
though?
other people's
do.
reactions. Because sometimes you judge yourself.
Yeah.
You overly think about it. A song 3 years old may sound fresh to me, and it's like, nah, this is good. You know, if it doesn't sound dated, like if the sounds
Oh, yeah, no, the sounds is there.
right there, you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Jourdin, I also want to talk to you. Last time we talked to you, we did talk about your sister, and I see they did arrest somebody, right? And so I know people always say like they want to get some type of closure, and I know everything hasn't been dealt with. I know he's due back in court, but do you feel like, okay, at least there's some answers now after your sister was...
It's still like, I still don't have closure from it because it's just like, I don't understand why, you know? And it's hard. It's like really hard to deal with because like different days when I'm like with homegirls or like friends, I'm just like, damn, they're just not her, you know? Like they're just not my sister.
Right.
So it's like, it's cool that he's, you know, I'm gonna let God handle him. But it's also just like, I don't know if I will get closure from it.
Right.
But she's been like giving me signs through different things, like
Right.
running into old friends of hers, random places, and I seen a girl in the club that looked like her dancing, and I started crying in the club, and then my god sister walks in the bathroom, that's her god sister, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like randomly. So I just feel like, you know,
She's watching you.
she's here, you know, she's here for sure. So
Yeah. Do you feel like the timing of this album, because I'm sure it was hard for you even to be in the studio working,
yeah.
but it's also, I'm sure, therapeutic and what she would want for you.
Yeah, absolutely. She wouldn't want me to like start and then stop. She's like, girl, you put in all this work this far, you
That's
gonna
right.
stop because like, for
right.
what, you know? So I'm just really doing it to make her proud. My mom was telling me because money's been coming in for me now.
Okay.
Y'all ain't hear that. Family, don't start calling me. None of that.
call me.
Okay, do
Money
not.
coming
I
in.
like that.
So my mom's like, so what do you want to do? You know? And I'm like, well, I always just wanted to spoil you and Melissa. Like,
Right.
like, you know?
She was older.
Yeah, it's my older sister.
All right. So now you can spoil your mom.
Yeah, just deck out on her and watchy poo.
And your mama's baby.
She is, baby. Yeah. She is.
You know, so talk to me about the album too. So, like, what are some of the themes that are going to be happening? Because I know you have songs that you're like, all right, let me revamp some things. So, talk to me about revamping the album and what some of the topics.
I'm doing some girl collabs. And I've never done any girl collabs before. So, and the one that I'm working on right now, yeah.
Dope.
It's one of them ones. And y'all know her real bad. Like, Yeah.
Oh my God.
But that is going to be the next. I'm dropping that because everybody wants me to drop the remix of Concentrate, which is like the Mariah Carey sample.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah. And we had to get it cleared.
I was going to ask you about that because when I was watching it, being looped, I'm like, did they get this cleared or is this just people doing mashups?
Yeah.
It's cleared.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
It sounds amazing.
Thank you. So we're dropping that. They've been on me real bad, like every day, cussing me out. So.
That feels good though. They cussing you out for a good reason. Like put that music out. Absolutely. I cannot wait to find out who this collab is with. Is it a rapper or a singer?
Rapper girl.
Ooh. You know what we were talking about before you came up here? How hard it is because it feels so divided in some parts of like women. It feels like if you work with this person, can I work with this person? This person doesn't get along. Yeah, and it gets a little weird because you could have nothing to do with it. And
They
you
get
can like
in.
people who don't get along with each other, but then you work with this person and now this person has an issue. How do you navigate through that?
I mean, shoot, nobody handed me nothing coming
right.
up, so when I see somebody that is actually willing to be in my corner and be supportive, and as I am to them, I'm going to show them love.
That's right.
Like I've reached out to so many people for features, and they've just left me on red, But it's like all circling back. So I'm going to F with who F's with me.
That's
and
right.
I feel like that is the only way to go in this industry because everybody's so wishy-washy anyway. It's a popularity contest, eyes contest. You got to be where the love is, for your own sanity and peace.
Especially in LA.
And especially, oh my God.
That's what your song Toxic was kind of about, being in LA.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like it was like a toxic situation. Like it had like industry, you being like a pretty woman. We know how it is being a beautiful woman trying to come up in the industry, like getting into situations. Is these people serious about my career or they want to do something else? Did you find that challenging?
Oh my God, it was so hard. It's just perseverance though, just like even though these people may not see it, I always got to see it in myself, So like I've dealt with that a lot.
A lot, right? Yeah.
Like a lot. There's been guys, I could give you this and this and that, but you got to me first. And
Wow.
Yeah, like
it's interesting. Yeah, we
We-
see people feeling empowered to be able to tell their stories now. And it's so interesting because people not in the business are like, that's ridiculous. How could that? But it does happen, and like we can't say what's, but we do know in this business, it is rampant.
It's crazy.
And I'm thinking maybe things will start to get better as people are getting exposed, like even just thinking about when we all saw that tape of Diddy with Cat, that's hard for
That was terrible.
for people to see that, but it's like people didn't believe it until they saw it. And that's unfortunate because it makes it hard for people to be able to come out and say things because people don't believe you and everyone doesn't have a tape, for people to be able to see it. So that's hard too.
Yeah.
Did you feel discouraged when you was going through those obstacles?
Absolutely. It just like, I don't know, like I'm very mindful. That whole trend of being mindful of why, I don't know if you guys seen it. You seen it? Like being mindful?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, so my thing right now is just being mindful. Like even though discouragement comes here and there, you gotta like overpower it.
That's
like
right.
Your mind has to be strong.
That's right.
Like it has to be strong. So
It has to.
yeah, that's what I'm about. Yeah.
I think even your background, let's just talk about you moving to the United States at the age of 6.
6 years old, yeah.
Yeah, 6 years old. What was life like for you? Just coming up, like you moved to Crenshaw. Is that,
No, I moved to Crenshaw. My sister went there
okay.
shortly, but I ended up going to La Tierra for the 2nd grade, and they were just so mean. The kids were horrible, and we just wasn't vibing. My sister was getting bullied as well, so we got homeschooled.
So it was because what? They didn't understand your accent?
Yeah, they didn't understand us.
And they don't have a large Guyanese population in
LA,
LA.
South Central,
Oh, wow.
Hyde Park, 10th Ave. Absolutely not.
Wow. If you would have came here, it would have been like
It
nothing.
would have been like nothing.
Yeah.
It's home.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of that.
They made me try to change myself real bad.
Wow.
But me and her we just ended up being homeschooled. My mom put us in homeschool, and we're moving from house to house, car to car. It wasn't that. It was really hard.
Right.
Like, it was really hard. I feel like life pretty much got easier around 2019.
That's not that long ago.
Pandemic year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because we finally moved out of the hood and we moved to Inglewood. And we was like in Ladera, and it was just like softer, not so on edge all the time.
Right.
That was easier. And then 2023, it started getting better, and then my sister died, and then
right. It's people would have thought that you had money back then too, because you were working and you were building yourself up. You were writing, but people don't understand the grind of being in this business and how long it takes to finally make some money.
Yeah.
When did you finally make a little money where you felt like, okay, it's, because you've been grinding
Fashion
since
Nova.
10. Fashion Nova.
Right.
Okay, changing lives with Fashion Nova.
I love you.
That's right.
I love Fashion Nova. That's like when I started getting checks when I was a kid and stuff, but all of my money went into like, putting back into household and stuff. And then finally getting money was like real money for real was with Fashion Nova. Yeah, I still get my little royalty checks from Disney and stuff, but that's from like, it gets like $2, $1.32, like 50 cents from BMI and shit.
It's really just good for your resume.
Yeah.
To be like, I worked on X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And then even sometimes when you're writing with people and producing with people, they're kind of taking the credit.
Exactly.
And it's kind of like an apprenticeship.
You gotta pay your dues.
Yeah, paying your dues. But, hopefully things can get better for people because sometimes you get taken advantage of.
Well, it's getting better for her.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Hey, perfect.
And I know you've spoken previously about making timeless music, but there has been a large gap of time, And so for you, like, what type of headspace do you have to be in when you're in the studio working on your own stuff as opposed to other people's?
I feel like being creative is all about just allowing yourself to sit and really listen to yourself, like listen to your thoughts, and be in a room with people that's not going to like tear your thoughts down or judge your thoughts, prejudge them before you're able to even get them out. So the process, you're talking about the process, right? The process it's easy, but it's also like hard. I have a lot of brain fog right now. So I am working with writers. I'm just saying.
Nothing wrong with that though.
Right.
But I'm having brain fog right now. Like, I think it's something to go on with my loss, but
yeah, I mean it's a critical time.
Yeah.
Like, and this guy, like you said, there's a lot of questions that you don't have answers to, and it doesn't. Who knows what he's gonna, end up saying? But you have to relive that every time. And I know, like, I'm so sorry because I know that is not it.
Yeah.
Everybody was watching that story. It was a big national news story too.
I remember that. I remember it.
So. Yeah, I mean, we're paying attention to everything and praying. And I was happy to see that at least they arrested somebody because now it's like, all right, that person is not just out there, anymore. And so for your mom, now has she been able to like relax a little bit more with everything that you have going on?
Yeah, she's feeling better. Like, she manages Killa B, who produced Texas Hold'em for Beyonce and like 2 other songs.
Dope.
But he's up right now, so
the
team is up.
Yeah.
So everyone's just, just taking it all in. He's also executive producing my album. We're doing it for Melissa, like I just feel like we're doing it for her. Like we got to ride out. So, and she's in heaven definitely making some stuff shake. So yeah, we're just doing it for her. And my mom knows that, it's definitely not easy every day, but it's just thank you, Lord, for God.
Right.
And
what about dating now for you? Because I know you've been going through it.
Oh my God, the boys are so dumb. It's like, what? If I'm on your radar, I just don't understand sometimes, but I'm just going to give that to God as well.
What does that mean? If I'm on your radar, I don't understand.
Because, okay, I like to visualize myself, very high standard. I put myself on a pedestal, as every woman should. And sometimes I give men that don't deserve me a chance, and they still don't
get the job done.
And so it's just like a girl like me on your radar. A girl like me, on your radar, and you fumbling is kind of crazy. Like, get in the gym, get to practicing. Like,
You
I
know,
don't
guys
know.
sometimes could feel a little bit of insecurity too.
Yeah.
When it comes to dating somebody like Jourdin, you know, that could be hard for them.
Yeah.
But y'all got to step up to the plate.
Step it
Have you ever been
up.
intimidated dating anybody, Mano?
Absolutely not.
What?
Look at me.
That's
at
the
me.
energy, though. That's the
Look at
attitude.
me.
He be fumbling all the time, though. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
You
the
listen to
energy.
this?
Tell,
or you,
yeah,
or you
can
want
you
the real
let's ask him some
story?
questions?
Ask
Like
me some
why
questions.
why do y'all
I'm getting it.
why do y'all fumble like that? Like
Well,
what are
here's-
some reasons that you could have somebody like a Jourdin Pauline on the radar, right? And
Okay.
have it in front of you, but
So when
not
you say like a Jourdin Pauline, you mean like
that's a
beautiful,
talented,
talented, all around
about her
dope
business.
person.
Mm-hmm.
It could be many different things. A lot of men are insecure. You don't see it because it's covered behind, jewelry, cars, cribs, or whatever. It's covered behind some of the tangible things, so you don't really get to see who that person is. But that's a lot of the women's fault because they're attracted to the lights,
Ooh.
right? So
You
they
think
go
you're
for the
attracted
lights.
to that?
Not really.
She like
Not really.
So if
I
you-
like it, but it's not
like,
like.
if you like the lights and you're going for the lights, then you don't really know how that man how rich his character is. His character could be very poor, but you wouldn't really know that.
But you
And
can
this
never
is some
know,
of the
right?
reasons
Yeah.
why men fumble, because when you get to know the true him,
That's
you
who
see
he
that
always
That's
was.
who he always was.
But sometimes too, you're in the studio around people and guys assume that other men are trying to talk to you and that you're around all these powerful guys, and it makes them feel insecure. So they do things because they're like assume that you have other things happening to make them feel better.
Yeah. That's literally.
That is, right?
That's just like a jealous nigga though, like insecure.
and insecurity in a man is so unattractive.
Right.
It's
right.
very unappealing. Like
Right.
if you don't have the
But
confidence.
that's like, but all men not like that though.
Right. I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying that is unattractive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would you look for if you could say, my ideal guy, artificial
real-
intelligence, let's build him?
Mm-hmm.
A real N-word.
Real nigga. That's right.
Yeah. I need one. The realist. Okay?
Do you like nice guys? Because let's be clear,
Can't be
on your
too
music,
ni-
you
can't be
also
too
like
nice.
the red flags.
Yeah.
Can't be too nice.
Not too friendly.
Not too
Just
friendly.
right
Not too
in the
nice.
between.
We know what she like. We get it.
Literally in the between.
You can't have somebody let you walk all over them.
No.
And somebody that's going to be honest with you and tell you the truth, but to be soft. I like guys that are always very nice and sweet to me, but maybe not nice to,
You
know.
paying
Everybody
attention to
else.
this,
Yeah.
Navy?
Only to you.
You paying attention to this? Listen,
What's the
nigga.
craziest thing that's happened in LA? You know, they have a lot of wild parties in LA. Have you ever ended up at a party and been like,
Actually, I've thrown a couple parties and, Airbnb and stuff. My parties went until 8 a.m. sometimes.
Nice.
Wow.
And then some people will be like, yeah, girl, like this was
Yeah.
happening. I'm like, y'all had an orgy at my...
Now we talking.
that's why I was asking you. Somebody in this
talking.
room went to an orgy recently.
And it was bad. That's
Yeah.
what he said.
And how did you not know what was he?
I was knocked out
Oh,
drunk.
you were sleeping. Okay.
Like, I be,
I feel like that's a very
Yeah.
LA thing.
Yeah.
Like you end up,
Those house parties in L.A.
because LA is the home of the house parties because
Indeed.
everything shuts down so
That's
early.
right.
too.
And they also have nicer homes
Mm-hmm.
than we have here. Everything is so small. Imagine in a studio apartment, you trying to have a orgy.
Little
It's not enough
vibe.
space. So what are your expectations when you put out this project in July or August? What would make you happy?
I just want to get on Billboard.
Okay.
I want to be number one. I'm going to be number one. That's it.
Mm.
I just want to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and tour.
Okay. So what's going on with the tour?
Okay, so I got a booking agent now,
Mm-hmm.
so he's doing his thing. But yeah, I've done like overseas festivals and stuff in the Caribbean and stuff. I've never really touched America like that.
Okay.
I've done Texas and Atlanta, but I want to touch America.
Okay. And I think people will love that.
Yeah.
We love that for you.
Yeah.
And, listen, I don't mind going to the Caribbean, going to those shows
Right.
either.
No,
so,
for real.
But I feel like that is so universal now, too. And I love the fact that, like, Caribbean
It's
music
world music.
is world music. You know, Mano's from St. Thomas and St. Croix.
St. Croix. My family is from St. Thomas and St. Croix.
That sounded like your Guyanese accent from earlier.
Skunt, you know?
Daddy, yeah, he ate that. He ate that up. Oh my God.
Yeah. That is I.
Yeah.
But even when you think about categorizing your music, what would you put it in? Like, you know how they always break it down into genres? What genre?
I'm trap pop.
Trap pop.
Trap
Okay.
pop. I like
Yeah.
that.
My vocals is pop. My beats is 808s. It's giving that. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Well, listen, Jourdin, we are so looking forward to this new project. We're going to be paying attention to everything that you have going on. Make sure y'all listen to Concentrate right now because it's going to give you some lessons. Start at the what? You tell us. Start at the and end at the?
Started with... And we're ending with
that
both
crack.
Holes. We're ending it with all holes.
Yes, hold a hole.
All holes
front
filled.
to back.
Yes.
The same way you wipe.
Filled. Nice. Heard you.
Shut up,
Heard
man.
I cannot. Yes.
You know? All filled. Everything.
And you love nerds. That's what your shirt says. But everything you told me does not say that. What you said that you're looking for. She don't want a nerd.
Absolutely not.
So when she said I want a real N-word, she meant a nerd.
Yeah.
All right.
A real nerd.
Well, Jourdin, Pauline, as usual, thank you so much for joining us. And I know we'll see you again before the tour starts and when the album comes out.
Absolutely. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. It's way up.